This is WVUA 23 News at 6.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Philip Coleman.
And I'm Lauren Brooks. Topping the news this evening, we are following a developing story right now. Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide is investigating a shooting in the 3900 block of 24th Street Northeast in Holt. According to police, one person was shot, one was grazed. Right now, investigators are searching for a suspect. Stay with WVUA 23 for the latest information.
And the Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide Unit is investigating human remains that were found in the Coaling area on Tuesday afternoon. WVUA 23's Chelsea Barton has been following this story all day. She joins us now live from the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office with the latest. Chelsea.
Philip, it's been a hectic last 24 hours for the investigators of the Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide Unit. They got the call yesterday, Tuesday, around 1:30 in the afternoon that a logging crew had discovered possible human remains while working a job off of Ed Stevens Road in Tuscaloosa County. Working with a local anthropologist, it has been confirmed those remains are indeed human remains. This site that we're speaking of is just 5 miles from missing man Emmett Kaiser's home on Keens Mill Road in Coaling. Investigators, however, want to make it very clear it is too early right now to determine if these remains are Kaiser's.
Since I first sent out the email, I've had 2 other calls about missing persons. So hopefully, whether it's Mr. Kaiser or someone else's family, will be able to identify him and bring closure to some family soon.
Kaiser was last seen almost 9 months ago to the day. The remains will be sent to the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences in Montgomery for an autopsy and cause of death determination. Authorities are asking anyone with any information on these remains to contact them, contact the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers. Live in Tuscaloosa tonight, I'm Chelsea Barton, WVUA 23 News.
Thanks, Chelsea. The Jasper Police Department wants you to stay informed about crime in your area. They've teamed up with LexisNexis Risk Solutions to provide an online crime map showing crime reports in the Jasper area. It's called Community Crime Map. Jasper residents can also sign up for neighborhood watch reports. Just go online to communitycrimemap.com for more information.
Time now to check in with Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. He has a first look at our local forecast. Hey, Richard.
Hey, Lynn, we're watching things carefully for tomorrow. Good news is no issues out there today. Temperatures are quite warm. Let's check out the maps. We got low 80s across much of central Alabama. In fact, for Tuscaloosa and Birmingham, we got low 80s. In fact, a mid 80s for places like Montgomery and Linden. A storm system we're watching is developing over the Central Plains, but I want you to notice near Houston and Lake Charles, a big cluster of thunderstorms that is close to the Gulf Coast. That could limit any risk of severe weather here locally during the day tomorrow. Now, I do expect a chance for strong, possibly a few severe thunderstorms. The higher chance for anything becoming severe will be northwest Alabama, back into north and east portions of Mississippi. Now, we'll talk more about this, plus look ahead towards the weekend coming up in just a few minutes. Lynn.
Thank you, Richard. We now know the name of the person who died in Tuesday's traffic fatality. 45-year-old Coulter Hamilton Richard was killed when his vehicle was hit by a box truck. That truck was driven by Kenneth Earl Jones. The wreck happened around 11:30 a.m. on 69 North near mile marker 159, about 9 miles north of Northport. Richard was pronounced dead at the scene. Jones was taken to DCH for treatment. Alabama State Troopers are investigating. Major upgrades are coming to Lurleen Wallace Boulevard in Tuscaloosa, nearly $25 million worth. WVUA 23's Jabari Pruitt is live at Lurleen Wallace Boulevard in rush hour with more. Jabari.
Well, Lynn, this is a partnership between the City of Tuscaloosa and the Alabama Department of Transportation. Now, these improvements will cost around $24 million. Now, $17 million will come from the Alabama Department of Transportation and just over $6 million from the City of Tuscaloosa. Now, ALDOT will use concrete to resurface Lurleen Wallace Boulevard. Now, that's when the city will upgrade the water and sewer infrastructure from underneath. Now, 140,000 cars travel this road every day. Now, Tara Tuz, Executive Director of the Infrastructure and Public Services, says it's time to address some road concerns.
this would be much better to do it at this time. And while they're doing that and they're removing the travel, they're actually removing the parallel parking and adding turn lanes. It's a good time for us to go in and upgrade that signal network, put the decorative signals in, add the street lighting we need, and the landscaping to make it more of an inviting downtown and to be able to address some of the pedestrian issues that we have.
Now, construction is expected to start this fall, and of course, I will have much more coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. Reporting live from downtown Tuscaloosa, Jabari Pruitt, WVUA 23 News.
New at 6 tonight, Governor Robert Bentley is trying to combat Alabama's struggle with infant mortality. Today, his office announced a program to give away 60,000 baby boxes in an effort to prevent sudden infant death syndrome. The Alabama Department of Public Health says in 2015, there were 8.3 deaths per 1,000 births in Alabama. The program partners with the Baby Box Company, which makes the cardboard boxes that you see here, which can be used for baby beds for the first few months. Expecting and new parents can complete an online parents course and then get a free baby box. That's at babyboxuniversity.com. Fighting crime is essential to keeping a safe community, and the Tuscaloosa Police Department is letting the community know about the different types of crimes it addresses. TPD has released its first ever report on crimes that have been handled in the community, such as burglaries, robberies, and murders. Chief Steve Anderson says residents can help the department reduce crimes like auto thefts by making wise decisions.
The biggest problem we're having with auto thefts right now is people are leaving their keys in their vehicles and they're leaving their vehicles unlocked, running, and unattended. And if people would just help us out by not doing that, then we can cut down on our auto burglaries tremendously.
Anderson also says the report aligns with one of Mayor Walt Maddox's core values, which is to have an open, efficient, and effective government. That full report is available on our website, WVUA23.com.
University of Alabama researchers are using a new approach to learn how police officers react to high-threat situations. Their primary tool is brainwaves. By using EEG amplifiers, researchers have been evaluating the brain activity of 3 West Alabama law enforcement officers. The goal is to determine which regions of the brain become more active during high-pressure situations. Professor Rick Hauser says this type of research could also be helpful in evaluating other kinds of situations.
It could be expanded to decisions among teenagers in regards to, again, situations that they might be in. We could actually do simulations in whether it's bullying or other kind of scenarios, and even, again, situations that might be high risk.
And researchers also say the findings provide scientific data that is not available in police simulators. Students at Holy Spirit Catholic School are stepping up to help others in need. For the second year, students at the school have paired up with the Tuscaloosa Backpack Coalition to donate backpacks and school supplies for Tuscaloosa City and county students in need. Pam Rogers with the Tuscaloosa Backpack Coalition says it's great seeing students giving back.
We cannot do this on our own. This really is a community-wide effort, and it's wonderful to see the young people stepping up to do this. And most young people, if you show them a need, they are more than willing to help and to do that. They love volunteering, they love getting involved, in the community.
And the school donated over 150 backpacks. Still to come, a Montgomery committee wants to make some changes when it comes to investigating police misconduct.
And a plane crash in Alabama leaves 1 person dead. This and more coming up. Stay with us. You're watching WVUA 23 News at 6.